Hey, you guys, we are back to do Married to Medicine now. Some of you call us quad haters. So if this video is triggering, click off now. Stay tuned for more.
We keep it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and feel some tea. Join the KoEd family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. What's going on, KoEd camp folks? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing for real? How y'all doing? How was y'all weekend? Our weekend's pretty good. It's a pretty good weekend. Anywho, welcome back to another video of Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
Kourtney, also known as Coco, authentically me. That's who I am.
Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, this is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel's all about relationships, it's all about our reviews and entertainment. It's also all about famous rants and jokes. And tonight, this is the part 2 of the Married to Medicine reunion.
Child, the day dragging out.
Yeah, they got one more part. That'll be part 3. That'll be it.
So if you're brand new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. But I see, honey, on these Married to Medicine, y'all love to hit that dislike button. Whatever suits your fancy, honey. Whatever rocks your boat. Whatever, as long as you watch. All right, so let's just go ahead and get into it. So it started off with, as it ended last time, with Dr. Contessa was saying that, Simone was saying that the girl,
Sweet Tea?
that a girl came to her and said that Damon asked for her phone number and stuff like that. And it was like, do you believe it? She was like, I don't know. And so, Contessa was like, well, he a man, if things like that happen, he can human. And it was like, yeah, he a man. But she was look like the people say, what is it? It ain't fun when the rapper got the gun or something like that. So you could see how embarrassed she was, how much under pressure she was. Heavenly now getting a taste of her own medicine because she has been in everybody else's business and doing everybody else and sitting and watching it fly. But then now the pressure coming on her. Is Damon doing that? I don't know. I know it's been video circulated about some in him. I don't know. I ain't even watch it. So I don't really care per se.
Well, I don't think Damon is that type of dude, to be honest with you. I don't think he'll try to take a chance like that. That's my personal opinion. But like you said, now the thought of Damien doing something like that is starting to stress out Heavenly a little bit because, like you said, she's so used to being in everybody else's business and stirring mess up for everybody else. Now it's come back to her front porch and she don't know how to react. And but like I said, I don't think Damien's doing that. That's not his character, in my opinion. Like I said, I don't know the dude, but from what I can tell on the television, I don't see him doing that. That's a bit, that's a big chance to take, to be honest with you.
Contessa was saying to Heavenly, you seem like a miserable person to be with, so like I can understand if he tipped out and dipped out or whatever. And Heavenly was like, shut up with that botch surgery. So I don't know if Contessa had breast cancer or something like that or whatever, but she
had breast something.
Yeah, she was saying something about a mastectomy and all that stuff, whatever. So, Heavenly always go for jabs and she go hard and cut deep. But the girl had some, I think she had, breast cancer or had her boobs removed and stuff. And so anyway, Jackie starts to fake tear up and said that, she feels that, the girls was friends for real. So she just don't, she don't understand all this and she wants them to make up. And I know somebody have said it. I can't remember where I read it, but Jackie don't do nothing. Like Jackie is here. She propped up just here. I know she like to come in and give her a little doctor moments and stuff like that or whatever, but they just don't hit no more. Like it really don't.
I think Jack is supposed to be the grandma of the group. She's the big mama of the group, so she's supposed to keep the group together. She's supposed to be the the moral compass of the group.
But she ain't. Some of
I'm
that
just
stuff she
saying.
starred. Some of that stuff she be playing puppet master behind the scenes. So some of that stuff she what it is not antagonize. She instigates. So yeah, she ain't doing that.
There's some things she can do better that she can kind of cut the drama down, and she allows it to happen.
Yeah, because if she don't like some people on the show, so she don't care who stays or who get into it or all that other stuff.
I use, like I said, yes, the reason why she's on the show. That's the reason why I think she's on the show. She's supposed to be the moral compass of the women.
So Simone was saying that, you know, as far as Heavenly, you know, it seems as though that Contessa was really hurt because some of the stuff I guess she told her in private because they were real friends. Then Heavenly walks over there to her channel and she, you know, spews out this and say this and that or whatever. So Andy gets on Heavenly and was saying, listen, how long you been on here? She was like, you know, this your 10th season or whatever. And he was like, you've been doing this for 10. I was like, has she been running a YouTube channel for 10 seasons? I didn't think so. But anyway, so maybe she been saying stuff on social media. Don't necessarily have to be YouTube. And stuff. So he was like, you know, you keep getting in trouble. You've been doing this. Like the girls are telling you. And she was like, well, Andy, do you have a problem with it? He said, well, you're not talking about me. Now, if you were talking about me, I have a problem with it. She said, yeah, I know better than not to talk about you. But, you know, I guess she was saying these girls would be all right, you know.
I'm surprised Andy will allow her to continue to drama. Well, I guess it put more eyeballs on the show. I'm about to say, because, you know, you got somebody that works for you going out there and dragging other people in your brand through the mud. You think he'll, you know, tell Heavenly, you know what? I'm trying to do damage control right now, Heavenly. You're doing too much out there. I'm real yin. But on the flip side of that, as long as Heavenly is saying something out there and keeping people engaged about the show, it's more eyeballs on the show for Andy.
Mess. Like you said, just don't put my name in it. So Contessa was saying she thought that her and Heavenly had a real friendship. You know, you could tell Heavenly is so uncomfortable. Besides that choker that looked like she can't swallow, that it really makes her look bloated.
Kind of like a superhero garment, you know,
but it
like
ain't a villain.
Like a Catwoman or something like that.
So yeah, so she was like, you know, so she really just like want to move on because she's under fire, and I love to see it. I love to see it because she been gunning all up Quad, buddy. I mean, been her commas, her periods, and her exclamation points, because every time Quad say something, she got to finish the doggone sentence. But anyway,
Heavenly, to me, seems like she don't operate well under pressure when it's on her. You know, either she folds or she try to gloss over real quick. You know, and but she's the type of person. Her strong suit is the hype man. You know what I'm saying? If she's your friend and you get into it, she'll jump in, yeah, girl, and she'll jump back out, jump in, yeah, girl, and that's what she's good at. But you know, with all the pressure and all the attention's on her, she kind of folds.
Yep. So they showed clips of Letitia, you know, on her time on the show, and she was talking about, you know, getting pregnant and stuff. And so, and they asked for the update. She said she was doing IUI, and now she's doing the IVF and everything. And they're just trying to, you know, I guess work it out and see if she can get pregnant. So somebody said, you know, somebody from Hoover, Alabama. I said, was that really a person? But anyway, somebody wrote in from, I think this part could have been Hoover, Alabama, asking, you know, T, as far as, you know, Greg giving you a deadline that was heartbreaking. And so they started talking about age. You know, Greg is a certain age. She said he's 56 years old. I was like, dang. You know, he's 56 years old. And so, you know, Simone chimed in and was saying, you know, when a man of a certain age, he don't want to be 80 years old, honey, when the children run around. You know, she was saying, Andy, you a certain age, you that, and you got small kids. Andy was like, dang, shots fired and stuff, you know, calling him old because, you know, he gonna be out there doing the same thing. So,
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. This is my personal opinion. You know, y'all probably tear me up in the comments or whatever. Yes, I think there is a timeline for men. Okay, you don't want to have a child when you're in your 50s. And that's my personal opinion. Okay, because when that child turns 18, you 68, knocking on 70. So you can't go out there play catch with no child or play football, basketball with your teenage son. So yeah, you know, it's a certain age limit to me. You know. Well, go ahead, baby.
They also talked about the age gap event, and T was just saying that she believed that a man should take care of a woman. She wants to, I guess, live that soft life, and that's what she got. Toya agreed, of course, and then
two peas in the pod.
but Eugene ain't that much older than her, So, but Quad chimed in and she said she do agree. But she also agreed that a man should speak to a woman in a certain way, and
what that got to do with it?
And she got to throw that in there. And then Andrew's like, so you must be talking about T in that regard. And Quad said, yeah, absolutely.
No, right.
And Sweet Tea was just like, oh, she always got my name in her mouth. She always talking about me. And she said, you the one that lied to this man, then jumped in his DM, telling you can give him a baby, and that didn't happen.
Well.
That is true.
That's what I would say, Quad. That is true. You did say that. No, T, you did say that, and Quad is correct by saying that.
Because I was not a Sweet Tea fan just because of that.
And I said the same thing because I said, okay, you found this older guy, you jumped in his DM, you sent him a couple sexy pictures, and you said, I can give you a baby. And, Greg said, okay, I see your sexy pictures. You said you can give me a baby just like that. So why not marry you? And now you get married, now you can't have a baby.
And it's not I'm not making light that she can't have a child. I'm making light of how she did it. You know what I'm saying? You use that as your bait to try to catch this man.
And it worked.
I was like, dang, how many other women out there gonna be trying that? But and now she got an event on how to trap an old man, basically.
Now, a lot of things Sweet Tea did to get on this show, I don't approve of. I don't like.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
We didn't like her.
I felt like she was looking for a sugar daddy, which I still think she is.
Yeah, she got.
But she got, she grew on me. Don't get me wrong, she grew on me this season. But there's some things she did and some things she's doing I still don't approve of.
Yeah, I see that they, to me, giving unnecessary heat. Now, granted, honey, when you do these shows, sometimes you forget how people act and all that stuff, whatever. So some stuff, I may forget or we may forget. And we just move it in the presence or the few past episodes or whatever. So I cannot think what Sweet Tea did that Toya just don't, no longer like her. So that's baffling for me. But I think Sweet Tea gave Quad the finger, honey, bloop, and everything. So she said, "Girl, what is you so pressed for? You just think you didn't get enough money out of the divorce? Like Quad, why is you so pressed?" And Quad said, "Girl, you just obsessed with me, honey. You just obsessed with me. You just want to be me." And then it goes on to Sweet Tea was like, "Girl, you the one that got a drinking problem." And then Anna was like, "You calling her drunk?" And she was saying, well, because they was like, that's big allegation to say that she's an alcoholic. Let me say that. She said, well, I have seen her drunk a couple of times. And you go ahead, well, we all was drinking. You was drunk too. I said, oh, you going to period, honey.
Heavenly said, no, that's a big accusation just to put on her like that to Sweet Tea. Everybody drinks around here. So Heavenly had to come to the rescue.
And I think that there are 2 DUIs that Quad got.
They legit DUIs?
Yeah, DUIs. So yeah, I think she got 2 DUI out there. You can pull them up.
Okay, she could be like the other woman from the show. Oh, that Housewives.
Oh yeah, Karen.
It could be like her.
No, I hope not.
And it'd be like when the next reunion you're gonna have Quad picture, right?
in jail, child. Don't
Quad
do that.
about to stop it.
So I seen some people in the comments say Quad ain't got no license.
Oh, she what?
That's what the people saying. I don't know if that's true. She ain't got no license, and there ain't no car showing in her name. So
I don't know the rules and the laws in the state of Georgia when it comes to DUI. Do they take your license?
After so many, probably.
Yeah, but how many? Is it 2? Is it 3?
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so they talked about that and stuff. Then they started talking about, Greg saying what he's saying. And I thought Greg said, I told her to shut the F up. Go ahead, I guess both things were said.
Yeah.
Because she said, no, he said, you got a big effing mouth.
Nah, we saw that.
Yeah, and Heavenly was like, well, that's disrespectful. Tell her, well, you don't do that. You don't do that. So, yeah. anyway.
Man, Greg should have let that slide, man. Let Quad talk her talk, but Quad knows, she know Greg, she know how to get on his skin, but go ahead, man. She did what she did.
Let's see. They also talk about Quad and King and said, Simone talk about you and then turn on them, you know what I'm saying? Or something like, I don't know what I wrote right there. So you remember what that part? They talk about Quad, then they talk about King, and says that Simone talk about you and then turn it on them. Oh yeah. In the scene where it seems as though Quad and King, she was talking about, oh my man, he do this, da 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 da, and then all of a sudden she was on a good roll just talking about them, and then she turned it on them, started talking about them. That's when it went
when
down.
she's talking about the Sweet Tea and Greg marriage, I wish them the best, yada yada yada, and that's what Simone was saying. Cause I think Heather was trying to say that was Sweet Tea and Greg's fault, and Simone said, yeah, but at the beginning, Quad was speaking on their marriage and whatnot, and that's how it really kind of got started. So yeah. And which I thought the same thing too, because we knew what Quad was doing. If you want to celebrate your woman, your man, that's fine, okay. But read the room. That's all I'm saying. Read the room.
Dr. Heavenly, they started going in on her about her tweets with Dr. Greg and calling him a pedophile, and
that's deep, man.
And Heavenly took accountability for that. She said she was wrong. She should have never did that.
That's too much.
They also talk about something else Heavenly did, child. Y'all need 3 hours or show just to deal with all of her foolishness. So Andy said, do you think that you owe Sweet Tea an apology? She said, well, I can say she showed up, unlike other people. I was like, that ain't no apology. Like, what is that? And so
she's trying to talk about Phaedra.
okay, yeah. I'm like, Phaedra ain't here. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying? So what they got to do with anything? And so, she said she here, and Sweet Tea was like, okay, like whatever. But anyway, so the girls come in and the guys are coming in and they separate Greg, put him in a different room. Greg was like, where the guys at? I'm here by myself. I'm in the
closet.
Yeah.
They had him in the closet.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I see why they did it, which to me I think was a smart move. People gonna say, why they didn't put Greg in with the guys and put King in the room by himself? And the reason why, because Greg didn't want to file the report. Greg was the one that felt unsafe. So they said, okay, since you feel unsafe, we're going to put you in this broom closet right here and put the guys upstairs somewhere because we're trying to protect Greg, because you said King came after you. So I see why production did what they did.
Yeah. So that's basically what it was and stuff. So, they let them, they went in there and told Greg this is what, the issue was and stuff. So, so Eugene was talking to King and he was saying, well, he said, I think that Greg, if y'all sit down, whatever, y'all could be cool together. Greg don't have an issue with you no longer. He said, I think the issue really is between the exes, like Greg and Quad. That's where they got, issues together. So they bring Dr. Mimi out, and I do not like her dress. I just think it was just hideous. I felt it was too much, but this is what y'all call it, Bridgeworth. Not Bridgeworth. What is it called?
Golly.
What it is?
Bridgeworthington.
Bridgerton. Yeah, something like that.
We're not classical like that.
Yeah, so maybe this goes in with the thing, but I really think it's a.
They should do New Jack City or something.
Anyway, so they show clips of her season, small parts, Jab, because to me, Dr. Mimi was, I guess, working behind the scene, and they edited a lot of stuff because we didn't see them, and I would like to see them on the show. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they seem to be level-headed, but I think they're getting bad press on the internet. I don't know. So it seems that the ladies love Dr. Mimi. They like the way she came in and the advice she gave and stuff, and she was saying as far as T. Oh no, T got in the when they gave her kudos and stuff like that. So Sweet Tea was just saying that people always compare her to Quad, and Quad was like, that's expected when you own here, and that is true. You got two people. You got an ex, and then you got the ex-wife and the new wife, and people compare you. And so she was like, but then Quad got to throw her shade in there. She said, but you don't compete where you don't compare.
Yeah, and once again, Quad and Greg is like the same type of people. You start off good, but you always put that little last sentence on your statements and make it worse.
Yeah.
Because all she had to say was, "Yeah, you know they're gonna compare us. It's just part of life." And left it at that. But she gotta get that dig in, and that's how Mexicans start.
I thought you said that's how Mexicans get started.
Hopefully we didn't offend no Mexican.
I was just saying that's what it sounded like. You said Mexicans started.
You think we get born for mess? What? What you talking about? Mexicans get started.
You said that's how mess gets started.
And that's how mess get started, yeah.
And it sounds like you said that's how Mexicans get started.
About Quad and
I don't know. It just sounded like that's what you said, man. Anyway, so they showed the clips with the silent partner jacket. Anyway, so silent partner jacket. She just sit there. She had her little stuff here and there.
She said she didn't want to get none of that stuff on her.
Yes, she did. She said, keep that mess over there, honey. Yeah. Let Curtis continue to be at the DR doing what he doing, honey. And chasing little girls like he did Contessa. Woo! Touching on Toya. Woo! Doing all the things, child.
Yeah, I don't think Curtis doing all that. I think Curtis over there in the DR making business moves.
All right.
I really do. Right. I really do.
They showed the clip. Did they show it? Was it last week they showed it where he was touching on Heavenly? And then then they show, I don't know, was it the internet or here where Curtis had put Toya. You remember that time he put in? Yeah. So they started talking about how touchy feely Curtis
he's a touchy dude, man. It's nothing wrong with that.
Not a touchy. Yeah, it is when you've been caught cheating and taking a woman across y'all on the plane going somewhere. Yeah, it's absolutely something wrong.
That's his business partner.
Stop lying for this man, child.
I'm trying to take over you, Kurt.
He already been caught.
I know.
So they were showing clips of the former Vice President Kamala Harris, and just talking about basically the funding that is now being lost for women, and a lot of their patients are concerned about the current climate.
That's why voting is very important. Sometimes people vote against their own interests. So
they also talked about the Botox and Scott getting Botox and stuff like that. And they said he just now started getting Botox. I said, I wonder what he was doing before. Facelift or nothing at all. He could have been nothing at all.
Scott, how much Botox do you think I need?
I know I'm gonna give me a facelift. I'm gonna get these up under my eyes.
Your face gonna be all tight. Why you smiling at? That child got hit by a car. Why you smiling? I ain't smiling.
And then I think Toya was like, "Oh, it took you a month, I guess, for the Botox to hit." She was like, "You need to come to Atlanta." Not Quad. Simone said, "Nope, because you're gonna be stiff face like that, tight face.
Face gonna be frozen."
Yeah, I don't like them fillers. No, I don't like them. You don't like
them? You don't like him?
Like them. As much as I like Nene, I think her face got too many fillers in it, and sometimes Tamar have too much. Like, I think fillers, like, you can't overdo them or something. I don't know.
What's the difference between Botox and fillers?
Fillers don't last. Fillers is like, I don't know. Shoot, to be honest, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm starting getting the bags under my eyes, man. I gotta get something done about that.
Yep.
I'm gonna put some avocado on there.
Okay, do that.
Cucumbers. Cucumbers, right?
Yeah, okay. But put avocado. So,
give them some dip.
So Dr. Mimi was saying she gave her observation of each castmate in each person and stuff like that, and just kind of by her actually being around them, knowing them, and she was like, Heavenly. No, Quad needs to grieve because she's still dealing with some grief, and it's probably from her former marriage. Because when you get a divorce, it is like a death. It is grief that you have to grieve out, and maybe Quad has not done that. What she said about Heavenly, something about
she needs Jesus.
No, that little girl on the inside of her is like active, or she needs to kind of
That's why she's so messy, because she got a little girl picking at people. No, man. She need, she needs to come to Jesus moment. That's what Heavenly needs.
So anyway, so the guys come in, and the first time that Greg and King are, of course, seeing each other in a while, and they asked if they could shake hands, and Greg was like, "Well, you gonna say it?"
Well, the thing is, I understand what Andy was trying to do, but you gotta let these guys kind of operate at their own pace. Don't force something that's not there. Okay, you got them in the same room, so let the conversation go naturally. And Greg said he's open minded now. Things have kind of died down, and he's willing to listen. But I don't think it's to the point of a handshake right now. You know what I'm saying? I think Kurt feels the same way. Cause it do feel funny for me to call another man King.
Yeah.
Kurt feels the same way.
Right.
So let them operate at their own pace. They need to me, before a handshake, they need to have a conversation.
Greg said, I didn't, the guys that said good things about him and everything, but I want to know why he, was coming after me, chasing me and stuff. And he was saying, well, you were saying despairing things, and so Eugene was like, that ain't finna happen. Handshake, he could go end it because that ain't finna happen.
Yeah.
They also talked about, Eugene getting because of course I think Toya wants him to do Botox at his clinic. And he was saying, well, I got to get a hot Botox woman to do it. And they said, because that's what sells, especially for men. Now, women, I guess we don't care hot or not. We just want it. But I guess for men, to get men coming in there, you got to get it. Just like when they had those car magazines and they had that woman with the bikini and she's standing there. I said, what they got to do with the car?
So basically what you're saying, we're still living in the 1970s. Sex sells. You got to have a pretty woman to give Botox to a person. You got to have a pretty woman to sell alcohol. You have to have a pretty woman to sell cars or whatnot. It is what it is. So now, will some of y'all feminists be upset with that? There's some kind of what they call discrimination against other women. Why Susan with the pimples can't do the Botox? You know what I'm saying? Why Alicia with the ingrown hair between her eyebrows can't get the Botox? You know what I'm saying? Why they gotta be the pretty women? We know what.
To me, it would be discrimination. I think it would be classified under that because
if the woman knows what she's doing, that's what all it should matter. Yeah, but we live in a society that, let's keep it real, looks sells.
And it is Atlanta or Georgia, wherever they have it. So in the next clip, they started showing Greg and King, interaction throughout the season. So Greg and Damon, they brought that fact up that, Greg felt disrespected for what Heavenly tweeted. And so because he's respected in the medical community, and Andy was saying to Damon, how would you feel if Sweet Tea did that? He said, I don't care nothing about that. I said, you lying, you a lying wonder. You're a lying wonder.
Damon, he puts on a good face, but if he didn't care, he wouldn't be so upset about Greg not sending patients over.
Yep.
He wouldn't be so upset by Greg not taking taking his side about his character, because he got really upset by Greg not standing up for him by his character. If you know who you are, Greg, what Greg had to say it shouldn't matter to you. You know who you are. You know your character. You don't need Greg to kind of validate your character for you. But I understand Dr. David coming from at the same point. That's supposed to be your boy. And if your boy know who you are, your boy should like, man, that's my boy. He don't roll like that. He doesn't do that. But Greg didn't do that.
He said, listen, you ain't stand up for me, I ain't standing up for you. That's basically what it went down. And because Damon was saying, for me to be called, I've been called a cheater, and that's BS. I'm not a cheater.
But I think as a man.
And he called that man a coward for not sticking. I was like, I ain't gonna call him a coward for not sticking up.
But the thing is, Damon should stuck up for Greg by, you don't let your wife call that man a pedophile on social media, man. If especially in this in your career field, this can damage this man's practice,
right?
And now you damage this man's money. Yep. So the thing is, Dr. Damon should have checked Heavenly and told Heavenly to take that down and offered Greg an apology on social media.
Yeah. Greg said that, you know, why you so sensitive about, you know, me not saying that you a cheater. So the same thing, you know, so you sensitive in that. Even Cecil said he can say something, you know, like Cecil was saying the same thing, you know. So if it happened to you, like, why can't you say stick up for him as well, right, you know? And Eugene was just saying that Heavenly could have hurt this man's career by, you know, tweeting that about him being a pedophile.
And I'm glad Eugene said that, because Dr. Damon got to understand this is not hearsay. You know, she actually tweeted this on social media, and when you put stuff out there on social media, that stuff can spread like wildfire. You know, and now, you know, as a client, will I go to this man for services now because what I saw on social media? So yeah,
it's crazy. And I don't know if Damon is
in his own little bubble.
I know that he don't, from what I heard, you know, he don't have social media. Heavenly said he don't have social media. He don't be out there on social media. So maybe he don't know
how it operates, you think?
Or how it really can, you know what I'm saying, affect somebody by a tweet or whatever. And maybe he's just ignorant to that fact. You know, so maybe he just like, oh, it's just a little thing. You know, maybe it's just a select few people see it or something like that. But
people share that stuff, and it goes around. You know, now, like I said, people are, you know, probably hesitant to go to this man practice now.
All right. So, Damon, here come the truth. See, as you keep talking, then the real underlying truth come up.
Especially when you get heated.
Yeah. So he said, what it was is that you stopped sending them patients to me. And then Greg was like, "What? I didn't stop."
I think Greg did.
I do.
I think Greg
he is a petty bitch.
Yeah, I think after Heavenly put that tweet out there about him being pedophile, he said, "Okay, you gonna play that game? I'm not gonna send no patients over to you. I'm not gonna take none of your patients. Yep. I'm gonna send your patients back." Yep. So yeah, I think both were being petty.
Mm-hmm. And they said that so in other words, Greg, you saying that you done had a bandwidth to be able to, you know, cover those patients, because Greg was like, these patients are like they take a lot, you know, I guess a lot of energy and time to actually, you know, they like I guess, you know, critical or whatever the case may be. So he said, well, did you let, you know, Damon know that? He said, I did. Damon said, you're a liar. No, you didn't. He said, oh, you calling me a liar. He said, how you gonna say that? He said, man, you're a liar. You ain't come to me and tell me that. And so Greg and his pettiness started laughing because, you know, that get up on his skin. He said, ain't nothing funny. So yes, Greg is absolutely petty.
Yeah, he's petty, and I really like I said before. Yeah, Greg, he didn't accept them patients because he wanted to get back at Damon. But yeah, man, it's just, you know, grown men and just, you know, y'all supposed to be doctors and y'all been petty like this, man. That's not a good look.
Yeah, the girls back there watching and fussing, and I was like, listen, I understand y'all want us to see a little bit of that, but honey, y'all drowning out what the men saying. So they back there fussing, and Toya is like, see, I told you, Greg, your man T, ain't nobody speaking up in that house, and da 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 da. So, you know, of course they want to say that, you know, Greg don't give T a voice. Okay. And, you know, actually from what I see, he don't per se. So anyway, so Steve jumped in and said, like, listen, like, these dudes was really friends for real, and they really truly, I hope that they can work it out, you know, because it's fractured right now. So, you know, it was some apologies exchanged and stuff like that, and they seem to move past it.
Yeah, I you know, I think Greg should have called Dr. Damon. Hey man, I can't take none of your patients because I just ain't got the manpower. Mm-hmm. I think they would have nipped all of that in the bud, but you know, him being Greg, he's gonna be petty. And yeah, Steve made a good point. When you have real friends and y'all bump heads like they bumping heads, it's gonna be some hurt feelings. And you're gonna try to make sure you hurt your other friend, your friend feel, because your feelings are hurt also. You want to make sure your friend feel the way you feel. So you're gonna do whatever you got to do to make him feel that pain. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Also, Andy brought up having exes on the show and stuff, and somebody wrote in and said, you know, somebody said about the vibe check, and that, you know, Quad was just uplifting her man and stuff like that. You can tell that she in love, and you know, she got a man and she was just proud of him. So I don't they thought that she wasn't being shaded or anything like that. So Curtis brought up the fact that, Quad spent a whole year listening to Letitia and Greg's relationship, and I guess being put in her face, and she didn't say nothing.
I think Simone said she didn't say nothing
because
she
back,
because she wasn't around. Now she probably saw it on television, but you gotta understand Simone when Quad came to California, they sent her gave her a one-way ticket to go back to Atlanta. So she was like towards the half or like what's that?
Well, no. I think before, like it was a season. It was part of the season where Quad was not on there, and I don't know. And like I said, y'all probably have to help me to remember. But I know Quad, wasn't when they put her packing. She missed some episodes, but it was a season where she wasn't on there. Period. And I think
was Tisha on there though?
I don't know.
Tisha came last season.
Yeah, so it must have been Quad was missing. Then they brought them all back together. See, I think what it was is that they brought. We found out that T and Greg was coming back, right? Was coming to be a part of the show, and then Quad was off for that year, and they brought Quad back to be a part of it because I think Quad felt slighted. She said this on social media. She felt slighted that producers were bringing her ex back, on the show. And now she got to come back. They was only, I think they probably was trying to get rid of Quad, but they knew that this would be entertaining for the people to, but she decided to come back. Yes, I agree. I think that T and Greg didn't think Quad was going to be on there. And then they brought, because I think they finalized Quad contract at the last minute. Either she was trying to renegotiate or they was not finna give her one. And so it seemed like she came on the last minute. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like that. But anyway.
Before you go, now to Curtis' point, yeah, I see what you're trying to say, that Greg and T was on the show flaunting their relationship in front of Quad for a whole year. And Quad have every right to kind of praise her man. I get that.
Yeah.
And she does. She had, cause she had to sit there and take it for a whole year. But in Simone's words, that Quad wasn't on the show for that whole year to see that.
She was watching on TV. She was watching on TV and stuff. And so they in the back fussing. So Quad said that the fact that y'all brought them in the group was a problem for her. I said, see, now all the truth come out. You got to get all that little other fluff out there. You know what I'm saying? So now the truth. So yes, Quad, when she was saying what she was saying in front of them, she was being petty. Yes, she was saying what she was saying for her man, but she was saying what she was saying because of them two that was sitting right there. That's why she was saying what she was saying.
Payback.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And so Simone said, you wasn't even around, so we can bring whoever we want to on here. Like, you weren't even around. Quad, you been giving us your A to kiss this whole time. Quad said, shut the F up. Shut the F up. When I was writing all this damn. So yeah, she said, and she said, so we can hang out with Greg, So we saw the pictures on social. I did seen the pictures on social media. What Toya was posting and Simone was posting, because we was like, oh, that's Dr. G new wife, because at that time they wasn't married. It's like, oh, that's Dr. G new wife. Like, who is it? And she looked at like Toya. So people saying that's Toya cousin, because they looked so much alike. Funny now, they don't look alike to me now, but anyway, so that's how we were seeing it. And so that's when they got married on the show, right? Yeah. So anyway, Quad said that you a dirty B. She called Simone. So now Simone, all the stuff. Remember, she didn't want to apologize to Quad. Remember, she said Quad was like, I'm with my real friends. I'm over here at the sister circle. Remember, that was on the Married to Medicine show where she told them these are real friends. We all know that Quad, to me, don't really have it for these group of women. When they said the cameras ain't around, she ain't around. So she ain't really here for these group of women. Quad made her debut on the show being, to me, her and Mariah were close. And we know how their relationship went. To me, she turned on Mariah. But anyway, so Simone said, you got exactly what karma had for you, boo. So yeah, all of that stuff made Quad even matter. So she said, you turned your back on people, and we did the same thing to you. And Quad said, girl, I was there with you for your situation with your daddy. I was there to help you. I'm the one that went with you. And Simone said, yeah, when the cameras are around, you don't come around if them cameras is not around. So in other words, you don't come around, girl, unless you get a check or something like that. So yeah. So basically, we already know that Quad, these ain't Quad real friends. Period. They don't like her. Jackie don't care for her. Simone don't care for her. Toya had it out for her real bad because Quad kept coming for her. No, nobody but Heavenly. And Heavenly be in and out sometimes because that last time she told Quad, you need to be accountable. You did it. So yeah, we all know how it is. So if that makes me a Quad hater, then salute. Because y'all get mad when somebody don't. I'm not saying those, not saying some of y'all, but people get mad when you just don't see what they see. I just see it for what it is. I don't really have no taste for Quad nor Sweet Tea, to be honest. I'm not a fan of either one, but in this moment or this season, I felt like Sweet Tea didn't get, like, she didn't deserve to be stomped on like the people doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. And I felt that Quad came with the smoke, and she was ratty.
Well, all I know, in that last scene, that I can see the hurt and anger in Simone's voice in her face. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Simone was holding on to that for a long period of time, and Quad said the right things to get that to come out of her. But the hate, not want to say the hate, but the anger and the hurt that came out of Simone's voice, and you can hear in her voice too. So yeah, that's, to me, that was real hurt there, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens next episode.
I just really think that these Jackie and Simone, I'm gonna use them, really don't have it for Quad at all. Jackie hold her mouth and do her little talking behind the scenes, with the other people. But Jackie not, remember that last reunion, Jackie was saying, well, Quad, you just, that Quad, and Quad came with them fake tears, well, hey, Jackie, I'm here. And well, I'm just trying. I'm trying to get the. So nobody has it for Quad. They don't. They honestly, they do not.
From what I could tell, I don't know. The reason why I think they don't have it for Quad is because, like you said, when the cameras are off or off season, she's not around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She might hang around. She hung around Mimi and Steve.
Yeah,
yeah, but I think the reason why she hang around them probably because they around the same age. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, she don't come around like you said. They didn't know she had a man, and she was dating the man for a whole year. No, I'm saying if those was your friends,
at least if Heavenly was your friend,
yeah, you would let her. Oh, you know what? I met somebody. Yada yada yada. We dating.
Right.
Heavenly, she didn't even know that. So like I said, I don't know. I don't know these people from Adam. But what they portray on television is what I'm basing the things off of, and it sounds like Heavenly. I mean, Quad doesn't come around till the camera start rolling, and and to me, those are not your friends; those are your coworkers.
Because if it was Atlanta Housewives, co-mingling people in here and there, I could get that. But you've been with this, been on this season, I think since the first season or the second season or whatever. And y'all came in, y'all built a repertoire. You know what I'm saying? Y'all built a friendship and stuff like that. And so, they feel like you ain't real friends. So I guess you just co-workers try to operate as such, honey. But I think, like you said, it's got to be some hurt there with Simone because of the stuff that she said. But anyway,
then one more thing, and also once again, is Quad really married to Medicine?
No, she is not.
Okay, and I'm not saying that to pick at her. We just calling facts
I
here.
said she ain't married to Medicine, period.
Yeah,
Kurt
King, Kurt, he's not a doctor or physician. No,
he up there shysting them people according to the court documents out of their claws and stuff like that. So that's, and all of this stuff happened now because it show could have been discussed on the reunion.
And people say, well, she was a medical pharmaceutical, pharmaceutical representative but she's not doing that now.
Right.
That was in the past, so that's irrelevant right now. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot Sweet Tea said she done had several failed businesses. I said, dang, girl.
So, you know, but you know, is she good for the show? Now, she do bring entertainment. I'm gonna keep it real. Quad does, you know what I'm saying? She brings the entertainment.
I like when she is fun, Quad. I don't like when she's like when she was trying to gun for Toya and stuff like that. I don't like that, Quad.
Yeah.
I like the energy, the funness, you know, about her, the little soft shade and the little jabs and stuff, because she is funny, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like anything malicious.
Yeah, that's one thing about Quad. For I can tell she can be real malicious.
Yeah, and I get it. Seeing your ex on the show and all the stuff y'all went through, that probably, I would admit that it would probably piss you off. That production brought, you know, would have that. But you talk to Heavenly. Wasn't Heavenly trying to get Sweet Tea on the show? Yeah. Talk to who else there was? Toya. Wasn't they trying to get Sweet Tea on the show? But you riding right there with Heavenly. And Heavenly, I think she did admit that she was trying to get the girl on the show. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Them your friends, girl. Okay. Anyway, that's all we got, you guys. We will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I'll put God first.
Hey!